Hey everybody, this is Eric from GameShampoo.com. Kind of losing my voice here a little bit. I think I'm getting kind of sick. Been throwing down orange juice and chicken noodle soup and tea. But the news must go on. And this week's news is definitely Skyrim. We had the Hearthfire expansion pack come out this week on the Xbox 360. It's 400 Microsoft points, $5, and about a 75 megabyte download. And it's gonna get you a lot of new features just in terms of the kind of peripheral stuff that you can do in the game. Doesn't necessarily affect too much of the quest line stuff. Not a whole lot of loot or side quests really to speak of in that pack. Instead, it's almost it's calling it Skyrim trying to be Minecraft is maybe a little bit crass or oversimplifying things a little bit, but it allows you basically to build a home and get some NPC characters in your house, get your own personal kind of family going, and have a servant or two. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about the new features in Hearthfire and discuss if it's worth it or not. So like I said, you can build new houses in Hearthfire, and basically this is just a really simplified, almost, you can call it like a simplified version of the home building in The Sims, because you really don't even get to customize necessarily where the walls go up, or you don't get to like drag and drop walls and roofs and stuff like that. It's very, very simplistic. We have a video up showing off how to build your first home, so you can check that out to see it in action. But basically it's like you build the foundation, and then you build the walls and the roof and the foundation for the roof and the door and whatever accessories you want to have with your house, like a fire pit or an expanded room or a stable where you can stick a horse, which sounds great, but the thing is that where that stuff goes is pretty much entirely dictated by which blueprint you choose. So it's not like you're necessarily making a unique house. It's just that, like, here's this blueprint, and now you click A a couple times to build all the junk that you need, and now you have yourself a house, and it looks the same as everybody else's small house, but maybe later you'll get a medium house and you'll be able to upgrade it a little bit. But it's still on a very fixed path. So that aspect is a little disappointing for sure. There's not a whole lot in the way of customization, and you do have to jump through a lot of hoops to get into the whole house building process in the first place. You have to lay down $5,000, which might not be a lot of money for most people in Skyrim anymore. It's been out for a long time, so whatever. But I mean, people starting up a new game might not have $5,000 to spare right away, so you have to farm gold a little bit, and then you've got to have the raw materials. You might need to go mine some ore, steal some iron from somebody or something like that, in order to break it down and build nails and locks and hinges and that kind of stuff, which again, it's nowhere near as complex as Minecraft or Terraria, so don't expect anything like that for sure. This is just a simple you go up to the blacksmithing anvil, click A couple times, and yeah, that's about it. You can adopt children and pets, which is cool. That's a little bit more in depth. You can give them chores to do. Each of the kids will have a favorite color, so you can customize their gifts based on what colors they like, and they'll like you better, and stuff like that. The interactions with your kids are still relatively limited. I mean, that's basically about all you can do. Give them gifts and make them do chores. You can decorate your home with, mud crab heads and that kind of thing, which is kind of a neat visual flourish, but doesn't really impact anything. You can get your own personal steward who will watch after the home for you and defend it from attackers, which, at that part of the game, again, it's not hugely in-depth. You basically just give the order, like, hey, don't let these dudes mess up my house, and then they'll pretty much take it from there. There's no tower defense aspect or anything really. When they said defend your home from attackers in the announcement trailer, I was hoping almost that you would be able to kind of build like, a defense tower, or set up like a fence around your property and maybe post like archers, almost like a light version of a tower defense kind of thing. But nothing like that really. So, I mean, those are basically the new features. Build a house, get some kids, you can get a pet, you get a dog. Have a stable to put a horse in, which is definitely helpful. And then boss your steward around.